I'm Meredith with Extreme Terrain, and in this episode of Throttle Out, I'm going to be showing you my top picks for summer mods that you can do to your JL. The Wrangler was made for those summer months with the removable top, removable doors, and the unique open air experience that it provides. Now, with that being said, there are many opportunities to make that experience just that much better when it comes to protection for you and your Jeep, security for your belongings while your top is off, and even efficiency for your motor. Now, in this video, I'll be taking you through 5 of my choices for mods that are going to be incredibly useful for summer. Now, these mods will be great if you're just daily driving your Jeep around in the summer and you're just looking for some better comfort and style, or you have some off-road adventures planned and you need some better protection and security for your Wrangler. Now, even though we're going to be just taking a look at 5 parts today, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all of our newest products that have their own detailed install walkthroughs. However, that is enough for me right now. Let's check out our first mod. When you think about driving your Jeep around in the summer, most of the time you usually don't have the top on your Wrangler. Now, whether you have a soft top or a hard top, when it comes to the warmer months, usually you spend a lot of the time with it off, or you'll have the T-tops, the Freedom panels off, or the Sunrider feature back, depending on what kind of top that you have. Most of the time, that open air driving experience can be pretty liberating, but sometimes the sun can be pretty overbearing as well, and kind of uncomfortable, especially if you're taking long drives without the top on your Jeep. Now, having a barrier there is always a great solution, and this Steinjager Teddy Top full-length solar sunscreen cover in black will do just that. Now, a mesh screen like this one by Steinjager will be perfect for those summer months and even great all year round if you live in a warmer climate to help protect you and your passengers from the sun. Now, not only can it just get hot inside the cab area when the sun is beating down on you, but it can also be pretty damaging to your skin and even your interior because of the harmful UV rays. Now, this top and mostly all mesh tops will provide that barrier to not only keep you cool and comfortable, but it's also going to protect you and any fading to your interior while still offering that airflow and open air driving experience that you want. Now, this specific choice will offer a full-length design spanning from the windshield all the way back to the rear of the roll bar, and this will attach with simple bungee cords, making this incredibly easy to install on your Jeep. Not to mention, this will work in conjunction with a hard top or a soft top, so you can keep this on all the time. So whenever you take off the top or open up the front, whether it's the Sunrider feature or the Freedom panels, the mesh screen will already be there and be ready to provide you with that protection that you want in your Wrangler. But as we all know, the roof is not the only thing that can be taken off your Wrangler. Let's go ahead and look at removing those doors too. If you haven't taken the doors off your Wrangler at least once, you're really missing out on one of the best parts of owning a Jeep. Now, it takes that convertible feature to a whole new open air experience. And the only drawback of taking the full doors off is the fact that you're getting rid of that big barrier of protection and security from the inside of your cab area to the street or the trail, wherever you may be. Now, an easy, functional, and very stylish solution to that is a pair of trail doors. Not only will they offer a sense of security for you and your passengers and some protection from any branches or brush while you're out on the trail, but they'll also offer a ton of off-road styling to the Jeep while still getting the same open air feeling. Now, these Rugged Ridge Fortis tube doors are a great example of that and will be a great summer mod for your JL. Now, these will slip right into the hinges where your full doors attach, giving you that sense of security with simple yet functional tubular construction and a gripped handle on each of the doors for easy operation from inside or outside of your Jeep. Now, they're also going to be made of a sturdy steel tube construction that is going to ensure that they're going to hold up for any outdoor adventures or trail adventures that you have, and the black powder coat finish on top will ensure a rust-free lifespan and a heavy-duty look. Now, what I do really like about this option in particular is the fact that these are very simple with how they're styled, and they're going to be very sleek, but also offer a lot of visibility, which will be great if you're doing a lot of rock crawling or spotting yourself while you're out on the trail. Now, these will come with adjustable limiting straps, so this isn't going to be swinging out onto your fender or your body of the Jeep. And these will also include mirrors, which will save you from having to purchase extra mirrors or swapping over your factory ones like some other kits will require. Overall, when it comes to an open air experience in the summer months, these are going to be great and give you that security that you're looking for, whether that's off or on the trail. Sometimes instead of protection for you inside of your Wrangler, your Jeep needs protection from you and your crazy adventures that you take it on. Now moving a little farther into the cab area, the next mod that we'll be checking out is a pair of seat covers. Now while seat covers are great to keep on year round, they really come in handy during those summer months when you're spending more time outside on the trail, at the beach, camping, or really doing any other summer activities. Now usually those outdoor activities can involve dirtying up your interior, and having some protection there is always useful. Now, these Red Rock 4x4 custom fit front and rear seat covers will do a great job at keeping your factory seats looking brand new and protecting them from whatever you may track inside your Jeep, like mud from the trail, sand from the beach, or even just dirty paws from your pets jumping in and out of your Wrangler. Now these will not only be great for those kinds of messes, but since the seat covers are made of a neoprene material, they'll also be great at wicking away any water and keeping wet bathing suits off of your factory fabrics. The neoprene material will be cool and breathable, which will be more comfortable for longer road trips and let you avoid a scorching surprise. Anybody with leather seats will be all too familiar with that. Now staying comfortable and protecting your Jeep's interior is always important, but protection for your valuables in the summer while the top is off your Wrangler is also important as well, and that's where our next mod comes in handy. Driving around with the top off does come with its drawbacks, including security. While Jeep does take its efforts to add a locking glove box and center console, it leaves a lot of room for improvement when it comes to storing larger items or packing up for a day trip. And I particularly like this option that we have here, which is the Tuffy Security Deck enclosure, because it gives you the security for your entire cargo area. And the cargo area is super vulnerable to prying eyes and wannabe thieves when the top is off, and having a barrier there to cover it up and keep your valuables secure is always a great idea. Now some other options for security may be smaller drawers or smaller compartments that are great for any little items, but if you have any larger valuables, whether you're just driving around on a day-to-day basis with the top off, or you're taking your Jeep out on the trail, or you're camping and you want to make sure that all of the cargo inside your cargo area is secure, then this is going to get the job done. And this will even be great if you just want to keep your items contained in your cargo area, so if you have any lighter items that can be blown around by the wind if you have your top off, or you're bouncing around on the rocks or hit a bump on a street, your cargo won't fly out of the back of the Jeep if it's not tied down. This will provide full coverage from the back of the rear seats to the tailgate area with a durable steel construction, so you can ensure that this will be tough when it comes to security and will be finished in a black powder coat finish for heavy duty styling and protection to the steel. Now what I like about this is that it will secure to the tailgate. As long as the tailgate is locked, the enclosure is locked as well. Now that's going to eliminate any need for extra keys, which I think is very helpful. Now if you need to get inside, all you have to do is unlock the tailgate, open it up, and lift up the enclosure lid, and you'll have full access to everything in your cargo area. This even comes with a support arm to hold up the lid while you're in your cargo area, which I think is super helpful as well. Last but not least, hotter air and a hotter climate can lead to a lack of efficiency when it comes to your motor. Now, hot air isn't necessarily the best when it comes to performance, especially if you're doing a lot of driving, whether you're daily driving your Wrangler or you're spending all day out on the trail. Now, a good addition to your Jeep that will help your engine breathe a lot better is a cold air intake. The option that I have here is the K&N Series 63 Air Charger cold air intake, and this will do a great job at keeping those intake temperatures down while you're driving your Jeep in a hotter climate. This will also get cold air directly to your engine by helping it perform better in a hotter setting, and the design of the intake will keep that hot engine bay air away from the filter, creating a more efficient system. Now this is especially good when you spend all day in your Jeep or you're doing a lot of driving where your engine temperatures can rise. Now you will also feel a small step up in performance, not only because your engine is running a little bit more efficiently thanks to the cold air, but this is going to increase your horsepower and torque as well as your throttle response because of the unrestricted airflow. Now if you're off-roading, you're probably also going to be dealing with some dusty trails, and having a better filtration system than your factory paper air filter will also come in handy. This will have a large cotton gauze filter to catch more dust and debris than most filters, and increasing the filtration will extend the life of your engine while also being reusable, so you can pop it out, clean it, pop it right back in. Overall, when it comes to performance, protection, and efficiency in the warmer months for your engine, this K&N Series 63 Air Charger cold air intake will be a great choice. So that is going to be a wrap for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, what your choices for summer mods would be, or what you would do differently. Also, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed my recommendations, and subscribing will keep you up to date with all of our newest installs and parts, and you can find all of these mods and more right here at extremeterrain.com.